Wait, did Apple just leak their own secret? If you've checked major retailers like B&H lately, you might have noticed something shocking. The current HomePod Mini is being listed as discontinued. This isn't a glitch, and it's not a mistake. It's the clearest sign yet that the long-awaited HomePod Mini 2 is finally real. Welcome back to Tech Vibe. For over 5 years, the original Mini has sat on our desks, virtually unchanged while the rest of the Apple ecosystem evolved around it. But today, the silence is over. We've gathered the latest leaks, the supply chain whispers, and the internal code found in the latest iOS betas to bring you the definitive look at the smart speaker that's about to take over your home. If you want to know why you should stop yourself from buying a smart speaker today, you need to watch this until the very end. Let's be honest, the original HomePod Mini was a masterstroke of design. It was small, affordable, and sounded far better than it had any right to. But that was 2020. Since then, the smart home world has moved on. We have Matter, we have Thread, and most importantly, we have generative AI. The current S5 chip inside your HomePod Mini is essentially an Apple Watch chip from half a decade ago. It's struggling. According to the latest reports from the most reliable supply chain analysts, the HomePod Mini 2 is set to debut with a massive brain transplant. We are looking at the transition from the ancient S5 chip to the S10 or even a variant of the A18. Why does this matter? One word: speed. Have you ever asked Siri to turn on the lights and waited 2 seconds for a response? In the world of smart homes, 2 seconds feels like an eternity. The S10 chip will bring near-instantaneous Siri responsiveness. But there's a bigger reason for this upgrade: Apple Intelligence. While some rumors suggest the Mini might offload AI processing to your iPhone, the inclusion of an S10 class processor suggests that the HomePod Mini 2 will handle much more on-device. Imagine a Siri that actually understands context. A Siri that doesn't just say, "I found some web results," but actually manages your home with the nuance of a human assistant. This chip upgrade isn't just about speed, it's about making the HomePod Mini 2 a true AI hub. Now, let's talk about the hardware you can actually see and touch. While the iconic mesh ball design is expected to stay largely the same, because, let's face it, it looks great, Apple is reportedly focusing on acoustic refinement. Internal leaks suggest a redesigned full-range driver and upgraded passive radiators. We're expecting richer bass and, more importantly, a much wider soundstage. If you've ever paired two original Minis together, you know they sound incredible in stereo. The second generation is expected to push that even further, potentially offering a spatial audio-light experience that mimics the immersive feel of the larger HomePod 2. But the real magic of the HomePod Mini 2 will be in its connectivity. This is where the new generation of silicon comes into play. The current model uses the U1 chip for Handoff, that cool feature where you tap your iPhone to the speaker to transfer music. The HomePod Mini 2 is rumored to feature the U2 Ultra-Wideband chip, the same one found in the latest iPhone series. This means the handoff experience will be significantly more precise. You won't have to find the sweet spot anymore. The speaker will know exactly where your phone is from further away, making the transition seamless. Furthermore, we are looking at a jump to Wi-Fi 6E or even Wi-Fi 7. If you live in a premium smart home with dozens of connected devices, you know that network congestion is the enemy. By moving to the 6 GHz band, the HomePod Mini 2 will have a dedicated lane for high-res audio streaming, reducing latency to almost zero. Whether you're using it as a default speaker for your Apple TV 4K or as a hub for your HomeKit security cameras, this upgrade is the backbone of a reliable smart home. And speaking of colors, because we know Apple loves their aesthetics, the palette is getting a refresh. While we'll likely keep the classic white and midnight, rumors are swirling about a bold red edition and a midnight green to match the latest Pro iPhones. It's a small touch, but it's the kind of detail that makes these devices feel like part of a cohesive ecosystem. One of the most exciting, yet debated, rumors is the modular connectivity theory. While the HomePod Mini 2 will remain a screenless speaker, Internal code suggests it might serve as a companion to Apple's upcoming dedicated smart displays. The Mini 2 would act as the satellite speaker for this system, allowing you to create a whole home audio and visual network that finally rivals the best in the industry. So, the big question, when can you get your hands on it? All signs point to a spring 2026 launch. Apple typically likes to refresh its smaller accessories in the March or April window. As for the price, the news is good. Despite the massive chip upgrade and the improved networking, Apple is expected to hold the line at $99. At that price point, it remains the gateway into the Apple ecosystem, and frankly, it will be the best value for money tech product Apple sells. But here is the catch, and why you need to be careful. With the original model being marked as discontinued at some retailers, you might see clearance sales popping up. Do not fall for them. Buying a HomePod Mini 1 today is buying 2019 technology in 2026. With the HomePod Mini 2, you aren't just getting a better speaker, you're getting a device that is future-proofed for the next decade of Apple intelligence and smart home standards. The HomePod Mini 2 represents a turning point for Apple's home strategy. It's no longer just a speaker, it's the brain of your house. But I want to hear from you. Does a faster chip and better handoff justify an upgrade, or are you waiting for Apple to finally release a HomePod with a screen? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, I read every single one of them. If you found this breakdown helpful, hit that like button and subscribe to Tech Vibe for the latest on the Apple ecosystem. We'll be right here to cover the official unboxing and the full performance tests the moment this hits the shelves. If you want to stay ahead of the curve and know exactly how the HomePod Mini 2 performs in a real-world smart home setup, make sure you have those notifications turned on. Don't get left behind with old tech, stay tuned to Tech Vibe. Thanks for watching until the very end, and I'll catch you in the next video.